Hello everybody and welcome to Vampire the Masquerade Shadows of New York, a spin-off from Coteries of New York, which we had an amazing time with.
Wait, is this a spin-off or is it a sequel?
It's a semi-sequel spin-off.
Oh. Huh.
Because
I thought it was a sequel.
So, you remember how in Coteries of New York you could pick one of 3 people?
Yeah.
It follows off of that, and you know how, like, spoilers, at the end of Coteries of New York, the foppish dude who's like, oh, grand, you know, that guy, was like, planning, so it takes place in that. We are playing an investigator person looking into his thing, because he killed a prince, right? He killed the prince of the vampires in New York. So, but it doesn't, like, directly reference the character or whatever. So it is tied to Coteries of New York. Taking a little bit longer to load than I thought. Okay. Wow, now. Welcome to my castle. Oh god, we got FMV. Don't expect everyday logic to work here. I went out the window sometime after midnight. Oh, it went out the window. Maybe earlier. My kingdom is not of this world, you see. It lies far outside the concrete, tangible reality. I've tried to identify the way people reach it, and am convinced it has something to do with the moon. Some say the moon's aura can turn them insane. You've heard the phrases moonstruck and lunatic. The way I see it, moonlight gives them some subliminal permission to reveal their true selves. And so, whenever they let the silver radiance guide them to the gates of this place, they feel different. Once they pass the doorstep, they're ready to act out. A dance of horrors and marvels begins. It's 3:31 a.m. Welcome to Big Beat Burger. If you're here at this hour, you're not exactly ready.
How are we gonna beat your meat today?
Fuck yeah, bro.
How can we beat your meat today?
I'd like the quarter pounder. Do you want to pound it yourself? Yeah. You're not exactly readying up to be a productive member of society come tomorrow morning. More likely, you're praying that the sunrise never comes. I don't know. Insatiable children of the night gather round, hoping to bask in the afterglow of tonight's victories.
You might lose SharePlay connection.
Unwind after a frustrating series of failures, or simply fight to keep themselves together. Or if you go to one of those McDonald's places that still has like a, like a PS2 or a GameCube or whatever in those plastic bubbles, you can play that shit.
I don't think they have those anywhere anymore.
I know, but it was so cool.
I guarantee you they would be stolen.
It was so cool when they had those. Oh my God.
I've never seen it.
I mean, all they ever had was shit games. Like, one time the Dreamcast had Sonic Adventure on it, and then the other times, like, the PS2 had, like, Ice Age the Meltdown, the video game, or something, you know? Where it's just like, oh, yay, video game tie-in, because you have the toys, yay. Cool. Anyway. Meanwhile, I'm just sitting here, greedily reveling in every interaction they have. They have no idea they're only here for my amusement. To them, I'm just a random girl sitting in the corner. Don't mind my weirdly deep voice, okay? Well, deep for a girl. Shut the fuck up. But this is my domain. I've been coming here almost every night for years. I know where to sit, where to look, and where to eavesdrop for maximum amusement. I'm basically a voyeur and unashamed to admit it. It gave me insight about the human condition I'd never otherwise have gathered. And more importantly, a necessary skill to make ends meet as a journalist. As I write on my
I have to say, though.
What?
A Big Beat Burger. Like, everyone working the counter definitely says, how can I beat your meat today?
Absolutely.
And the staff hates it.
Absolutely.
Like, the higher-ups say, like, you need to stop saying that. Like, nah, we ain't doing that. Like, we will fire you. Okay, fire the whole crew then. We're all saying it.
As I write on my crappy old laptop, patiently waiting for the legion of negative voices in my head to get too tired to offer useless feedback. Jesus Christ, she's just like me, for real, for real. I keep my senses peeled to pick up stories around me. Of course, a lot of regular events, such as food fights, are nothing to write home about, aside from my unfortunate tendency to become collateral damage in someone else's battles. Up to this day, I've had to wash my clothes because of Coke Diet Coke, hot coffee, apple pie, and some sort of improvised honey mustard bomb. Every stain tells a different story. Are you? This looks like you're sitting at fucking McDonald's, but it sounds like you're going to Waffle House. What the fuck? Sometimes this hobby is exhausting. Sometimes it's disturbing. Sometimes it's dangerous, although not as risky as back when I wasn't carrying pepper spray. Still, the sights I've taken in over the years have made it absolutely worth it. I've got so many stories, I don't know where to begin. Theatrical breakups, impromptu morning parties, unexpected friendships forged in the fires of senseless battle. A lady in a gorgeous Givenchy dress ordering a box of takeout chicken nuggets, paying in cash with her hands completely covered in blood. She was asked if she wants a napkin. She says no. Two thirsty macho dudes shamelessly going for it in the corner, hushed moaning filling the lobby while everyone around valiantly fights to act usual and maintain an illusion of normalcy. A straight-up kung fu fight between a diminutive cashier and some drug bodybuilder going through a psychotic episode, trying to break all the windows. The big guy left the joint fully convinced he KO'd himself, while the service worker was just standing next to him. Seemed proud of his victory, too. A middle-aged hag getting a heart attack after screaming in her lungs about not to let Muslims near her food, just because she saw a white girl wearing a hairnet behind the counter. Ugh! Why does that sound like something that really happens? A masked couple robbing the restaurant of 30 hamburgers, forcing the employees to cook at gunpoint. Police later said they were art students reenacting some hipster book they read. Wow, you're fucking lame. This is life. This is humanity at its worst and best. This is the noise that serves as the foundation for my creativity. This is the soma that keeps me going. This is... As pathetic as it may sound, these days, this is the only place where I feel alive. Sometimes I think myself as a leech, feeding on these people's stories, emotions, and personalities, just because I'm not satisfied with mine. At times I think of my psyche as some kind of shitty postmodern construct that is fundamentally incapable of honesty, but only yearns for something felt and truthful. Does this even make any sense? I look at the screen of my laptop, 3:47 a.m. At this point, I'm almost somnambulic, but nothing interesting has happened yet. Feels like all the customers are watching each other tonight, hoping for the others to provide a fun diversion. This is my turf, you parasitic douchebags. Next time, go find your own. We're getting like some Fight Club shit here, where it's like, how dare you go to all these help groups? I'm going to all these help groups. You're a faker. You know?
Alright, I'm back.
Oh, shit, you've been gone this whole time.
Yes, it said give me 1 moment.
Ah. Now, I was rambling to myself so fucking much. Okay, never mind. I think it's time to call it a night. The coffee I always order so they don't kick me out is undrinkable. Ugh. I reread the rough draft I've been working on for the last 6 hours. God damn, this is pure trash. I held the backspace button until the Google Documents page is nothing but a calm, white slate, and let out a sound of deep relief. There's no pleasure more intoxicating for a frustrated writer than ragging on someone even worse than them. And what target is easier than the dumb bitch you used to be 10 minutes ago? Ouch! I checked the time again. I need to go. I have an important meeting tomorrow at 10 a.m., and I have a hunch it's not going to end well. And it's not because I'm an irresponsible dumbass who's going to need a few cups of coffee to simply function on a basic level, despite, like, 4 hours of sleep. It's because I always have a hunch things are not going the way they're supposed to. Click, clack, click, click, clack. The loud clatter of keyboards assaults me from all sides, making the splitting headache unbearable. Used to be, I dreamed of nothing else but being a part of the New York Lodestar editorial team. It was the first magazine I started reading regularly, and the first magazine I ever bought for myself. Now, simply hearing the word Lodestar is enough to ruin my mood. Never mind all these old farts phoning in more reactionary opinion columns and Wikipedia-level analysis of current events. Click, clack, click, click, clack. They used to destroy and rebuild my entire worldview every month. They shaped my thinking about politics, art, journalism, They even pointed me towards my favorite cigarette brand, for God's sake. Then some talented people started leaving for greener pastures. Some got too wrapped up in their own neuroses. Some became complacent. All of them committed the sin of allowing themselves to grow older. Fresh blood was deemed unnecessary, even though young freelancers kept being blood dry. These days, whenever someone from outside Lodestar talks about Lodestar, it's because of a few idealistic contributors willing to accept meager pay while putting in serious work. Dumbasses. Other than that, the magazine specializes in publishing pale echoes of provocative ideas I heard somewhere else a few years prior, wrapped in an aesthetic that hasn't been cutting edge for a decade. No wonder the readership is in free fall. But even though the ship is sinking, the old guard won't let it go down without a fight. As in, if anyone from the outside attempts to board the vessel in hopes of fixing its course or its holes, they'll be swiftly taken care of. I should know. Been there, done that. As it stands, the only full-time staff member who doesn't make me regularly attempt to cringe my face off with his writing. You want to be Brian?
Sure.
Is Lodestar's editor-in-chief, Brian Ng. Ng? Nuh? How do you pronounce that?
I don't know.
I'm gonna go with Ng. Brian Ng. The man sitting in front of me right now. Of course, he only has time for editorials these days. A drop in the sea of needs.
What's with the sudden music?
Because we're about to go for a fight, dude. Managerial duties hit him hard. It's the second time he lets out a theatrical cough like this. He said his piece. Now it's up for me to react, and I'm coming up blank. But what do you want me to say, Brian? I'm pissed off. I can tell you've already made up your mind, but you still want to go through the motions just to make me feel listened to. Whatever. Let's do this. The guy's guilty. Whatever. I feel stupider than I even have.
Who we're playing as?
Yeah, this is Julia. I feel stupider that I even have to say this out loud, but you're essentially covering up for a sexual harasser, Brian.
No, I'm not.
No, just face it. Let's say the Harvey Weinstein story appeared on your desk instead of reaching the New York Times.
Oh, you compare me to the Times. You know that's a low blow.
You're asking for it. And you're not exactly in the position to talk about low blows here.
No, that's not the core of the issue.
You're avoiding the core of the issue.
No, I believe I pinpointed it in a precise way. If it were up to me, I'd greenlight the article here and now, and we wouldn't be having this conversation.
But you're killing the article just because some rich shithead told you he doesn't like it.
Get real. This is not about some millionaire jerk calling me to make me an offer I can't refuse.
What is it about then? Because it looks awfully like...
It's about my bosses telling me this outfit can't afford the legal action we've already been threatened with.
So, millionaire interference.
Oh, for crying out loud, Julia. Don't make me treat you like a child. You know how this works. I publish your story. It's Theo versus Gawker all over again. A lawsuit here, a lawsuit there, until we're bled dry. I have a mortgage. I have 3 mouths waiting to be fed at home. I have an amazing team that doesn't deserve to be torn apart over some...
Don't you think it's telling you mentioned your mortgage first? Silence. Just asking questions.
I know better than to get these empty semantic arguments with you, Miss Sawinski. You're good at them. The problem is, you're not good enough.
Meaning?
You're too in love with weaving a good story and establishing a seductive narrative, to let facts get in the way.
You've got enough boring suits with no principle on board these days. They always give you the facts because that's all they can do. I'm using the facts as a way to approach some kind of truth.
Except facts can blindside you, and Double Spiral has enough facts to water down your story to the point where it makes no sense to publish it.
Oh hey, Double Spiral, that was that one lady's business with the, we helped her sister with her boss, but not the boss, like, we helped her fight her sister and she was trying to eat her and shit, remember?
I do not.
Okay, that's fine. She was the lady who could, like, roleplay 50 different, like...
Oh, yeah, that one.
Yeah, that one.
Their HR and PR are working overtime to deliver a convincing counter-narrative. And they're doing a great job. Won't mitigate the damage completely, but will put every little thing in question.
Jesse Montgomery is a racist, a fraud, a sexual predator, and a downright satanic fuckhead.
Julia.
Let me say it again. Jeffrey Montgomery is a racist, a fraud, a sexual predator, and a downright satanic fuckhead. Do you personally believe it or not?
This is not.
You've listened to the tapes, you've read the transcripts, you've seen the documents, you've got the files. I'm asking for your personal opinion. Do you believe it or not? Click, clack. Click, click, clack.
Of course I do. That's beside the point.
It's not. Look, how about I just say it out loud and save us both some time? We're not having this conversation because there's an actual conversation to be had. You set this meeting knowing damn well there's only one way it's going to end. You've got a mortgage and 3 mouths to feed. You prioritize a well-being... excuse me. You prioritize the... excuse me. You prioritize the well-being of your direct surroundings over some nebulous concept of greater good. I get it. I really do. Yet for some reason, it seems like you're only prolonging this conversation and rationalizing the decision so that I... forgive you? Officially exonerate you?
I'm not the bad guy here, Julia.
I wouldn't say you are, but it seems to me you won't be content with me saying just that. To me, it looks like we're having this talk because you're hoping that by the end, I'll somehow see things your way and call you a good man. He mutters something under his breath, ending with a self-pitying chuckle.
If only. I might be protecting my ego here somewhat. That much is true, but I'm not deluded. I know that you're going to call me a scumbag by the time this conversation is over.
We're getting fired, aren't we? Oh, come on, don't turn this into a pity party.
No, I'm absolutely a scumbag.
And why is that?
Because I'm firing you.
Ah! Called it! My thoughts are scrambled. For a brief moment, the state of my bank account displays before my eyes with startling clarity. A howling void opens in my chest and starts traveling towards my stomach. No, don't panic yet, you idiot. Get more information. Now! There must be a catch. Let me get this straight. Ever since we met, I've been working on stories and pieces no one else in your office would touch with a 10-foot pole. Constantly interviewing total nobodies, always busy traveling to the middle of nowhere or regretting my last trip, repeatedly ordered to clean up someone else's last mess, or just someone else's mess.
Julia.
All your long-winded spiels about how the disposable work is the most important work, and suddenly you only remember the disposable part?
My feelings about the quality of your work remain the same as ever. It was vital. It kept the magazine going. I will always appreciate it.
Then why would you threaten to fire me?
I would never threaten you. It's a done deal. They've made their decision perfectly clear.
They? What they? Who is they? He glances left and right, then points upward for a short moment. When he speaks up again, it's in a hushed voice.
You know, the big kahunas. Can't really question them. And they wanted your head on a silver plate.
He's not looking me in the eye. You're not joking.
I would never joke about stuff like this.
It's real. Fucking hell, it's real. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it all to hell. All these years, all this grind, all my plans, and for what? Fucking asshole, you know I deserve better, and I always deserve better, and it always ends with me going down the drain back to the sewers? Fuck! No. Take a few deep breaths. Don't lose the plot now. Keep yourself together, you idiot. The moment you show weakness, they go for your throat. Get back in control. You can't do this.
I wish I didn't have to, but it's a lost cause.
No, I mean, it's impossible.
Julia?
You can't fire someone who's never been hired in the first place. It takes him a few seconds to put his, oh, I get it face, let a troubled gasp and start massaging his temples. Lodestar has been my biggest source of income for the past few years. That much is true. But technically, nobody's ever hired me here. It was all freelance jobs. A full-time position only served as a kind of a dangling carrot. A promise of a decent pay grade, career perspectives, maybe even some kind of insurance to save my failing health. And the recognition I would get for being part of the Lodestar team. A position that everyone around me seems to respect. Aside from me. Then why did I want it so much? There'll be time to mourn what could have been. For now, I should act like I don't care.
You know what I mean. If I let you work, even under a fake name, It would be a guillotine for me.
This is ridiculous. You know I'm gonna start... Ah, shut up, you. You know I'm gonna start shopping this story around the second I leave this room, don't you? Well, looks like that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you later.
Adios.
There it is.